We have been studying the Nakshatra Sukta. So today we will take up the 17th Nakshatra in the series starting from Kritika, and that is the Moola Nakshatra mantra. The Nakshatradhipati, the lord of the Nakshatra Moola, is the Ketu Graha. As we saw, every Nakshatra has one of the Grahas as the Nakshatradhipati. For the Moola Nakshatra, it is Ketu Graha. So Ketu actually is one who turns our mind towards spirituality. Though he is supposed to be a malefic nakshatra, but still there is a wonderful role by giving us a lot of difficulties, hardships, challenges. He also makes us re-examine our life and turn our minds to spirituality. So therefore Ketu should not be really condemned, and Ketu Graha is the lord of Moola Nakshatra, and his color is yellow. And then the devatas that in here in Ketu Graha, the devata is Prajapati, the Adhidevata is Indra, and the Pratyadi devata are the Apo devatas. So at the end of the Nakshatra Sukta, we will look at the importance and the roles that all these devatas play. Pratyadevata is Indra. Apo Devata. Apo Devata. Yeah. They are actually a group of devatas. So as we have seen, each one of the nakshatra mantras have a Purona Vakya. Purona Vakya is where we invoke the devata, Pratyada devata, and also the nakshatra adhipati is invoked to the yajnashala. And we also have a Yajya mantra where we actually offer the oblations. So the Purana Vakya mantra goes like this: Moolam Prajam Viravatim Videya Paracyeto Nirrati Paracha Gobhernakshatram Pashubhes Samaktam Aharbhoyadyajamana Yamakyam. Next is Yajya mantra. It goes like this: Aharno adyasu vete dadhatu Moolan nakshatra yadvadanti Parachim vata nirratim nudami Shivam prajaye shivamastu makyam. So the overall meaning of this mantra, this entire, both the Purana Vakya mantra and the Yajya mantra, is whenever we meditate upon these devatas of the Moola Nakshatra, which is Prajapati, Indra, and the Apo Devata, when we do that, what are we seeking? So we're actually seeking prosperity for ourselves and prosperity for our children. So both of these. Prajapati, as the name itself suggests, is the lord of progeny, and therefore we are asking him. Indra is the one who is the king of all the gods and the repository of all the wealth, and it flows into us through the Apo Devatas. So therefore it is proper that the construction of the Devata, Pratyadevata also is so that we pray to the right deity, and the deities who possess those wealth make it flow to us. So therefore we want perfect praja. So what is the meaning of praja? If you just go to the dictionary, praja will say children. But the etymology of the word is prakarshena jayate iti praja. That is whatever is perfectly produced, perfectly created, perfectly born. So this can be either a child biologically, or it can be any of our projects. So when we take up a project and execute it in a perfect manner, it is our praja. Because of our ability, a good project has been executed perfectly. And at the same time, we should not be naive to think that, okay, here are the devatas, we make the prayer and suddenly everything will be all right and no problem will come. So it is too optimistic, but at the same time we should not be pessimistic also. But how do we overcome pessimism? See, here is a psychological issue. So pessimism is overcome first and foremost by our endeavor. Secondly, it is overcome by our expectation that things will go wrong. And thirdly, preparing ourselves for failure. And that is how one will never get into depression, worry, anxiety. It is one of these reasons. Either we didn't plan properly, or we didn't work properly, or we didn't expect that things will go wrong here and there. That is why we get into psychological and mental issues. And therefore, who brings the psychological, mental, and physical problems is identified in this. That also has got to be one of the devatas. And that devata has got to have some rakshasi vritti in that. Something to make sure that things go wrong. And therefore the mantra identifies Nirarati. So Nirarati, who happens to be the regent of the southwesterly direction, this Nirarati is a feminine deity here. Rakshasi Devata. Actually, Nirrati is both a masculine deity and a feminine deity. Oh. But here we are identifying a feminine deity, Rakshasi Devata, and she is the one who brings all the obstacles in our projects. So here we say that Parachetu Nirratihi Paracha. So this Nirrati who is now facing me, as long as she is looking at me, lot of obstacles come. So we say that Paracha Etu.
Oh, that is why you want Nirrati to face.
That is why Nirrati in Graha Pravesha is placed facing away from the house. So Parachi Eti, Parachi or Paranchi means outwardly. Let it go away from us. Parachi Etu Nirratihi. Okay, we will say you turn. So they imagine that this devata turns the torso but keeps the face back. Looking at us. So you can look at the mantra Parachyetu Paracha. Not only you turn away from us, you turn your face away also from me. Beautiful mantra. Parachyet nirrati paracha. Let it go away from me, parachyetu. How should it go away from me? Not looking at me backwards. Because when you are leaving somebody whom you love, who you got great respect, what happens even when you are going, you turn back and look half a dozen times, right? So let Nirrati not do that. Once she turns away, stay away. And she is also called, identified in the Veda as Alakshmi.
Oh, okay.
So she, Alakshmi, when you say Jeshta Lakshmi, when you say Alakshmi, in the Sri Sukta, when we say Alakshmir Nashayamyaham, we are actually referring to the Nirrati Devata. So that means that there is an origin for all the great boons. Praja, perfect praja. There is also an origin for hardship and challenges. Therefore, this nakshatra is called Moola. So, Moola in Sanskrit also means origin.
So, is that the same reason that people kind of, when anybody is born in Moola, they are not that happy?
They are not that happy. They will have to do some Shantikarya and all that. Yes, that's the reason. I mean, that is more superstition.
I know.
But that is how they think about it.
That is the social
perception. So, with this worship of Moola by puja or homa, I am asking, may I be free from disease and then from all weakness and also become wealthy. And therefore, this Moola also should come with the Devata, Pratyade Devata, with the Nirrati facing away from us, must come brightly. Because how do we want our wealth to come? It has to come in abundance. And it has to remain with us. And Alakshmi should not challenge our wealth. And therefore, brightness is associated with day. And therefore, day is associated with Surya. So the mantra says ahaha aharno adyassu vite dadhatu. Ahaha naha adya, naha for us, ahaha, this Moola Nakshatra, which is also called as ahaha naha, to us, suvite dadhatu. Su means perfect, suvite means perfect wealth. May she give all of these. So therefore, this nakshatra is also addressed in the Yajya mantra as ahaha. So what do we seek? We actually seek inspiration from Moola Nakshatra. For what purpose? Two purposes. One is we have got to invoke wealth, health, prosperity, praja. Secondly, we want to avoid nirarati, the Rakshasa Devata. For that, we have to contribute by diligence, by dedication and efficiency in our work. That is the puja that we are offering, that is the homa we are offering, that is the yajna we are offering for the Moola Nakshatra. So, wherever there is enthusiasm, wherever there is energy, intelligence, hard work, good team spirit, there can be no alakshmi. So how do we get rid of alakshmi? By means of all these qualities. Then how do we get rid of alakshmi? Do you have to have a homa, or do you have to hold a stick and beat her to get away? Is that what we do? The mantra itself suggests how do I do it? Parachim vacha niraratin nudami vacha. By means of words, by means of speech. Here vak means Vedavak. Vacha niraratim paracha nudami. By just saying, I am now with the blessings of Prajapati, Indra and Apo Devatas, and I am doing with diligence, shraddha, with dedication and hard work. So, hom phat swaha, we say that in Yajna mantras.
Yeah.
Hom phat means just get out of here. So that vak itself, in Sri Sukta, how do we utter this vak? Alakshmir nashayamyaham abhutima samriddhincha sarvan nirnuda me gruhat. So what is this mantra promising? By merely uttering the word saying sarvan nirnuda me gruhat vacha, vak, that is enough to drive away alakshmi. By our leading a dynamic life, not only to avoid alakshmi, but also get all prosperity, not only for ourselves, but also for our progeny. So the question is, what exactly do we mean by, look at the mantra, Moolam prajam veeravatim videya. Moolam, hey Moola Nakshatra Devatas, Veeravatim prajam videya. Please give me valorous progeny. So then, what is the meaning of a valorous, exemplary progeny? That progeny has got to have 9 qualities. So it is Shrihi. There must be wealth acquired honestly, with with dharmic way. Hrihi. There must be a sense of modesty. All the time thinking that there are always people and things which are better than me. And that immense amount of modesty is called Hri, quality number 2 out of the 9. Number 3, there must be Dhriti, which is complete steadfastness and steadiness in whatever we are doing. This is almost the 28th year we have been having the Monday classes. So that consistency, that steadiness is very, very important. Then we must have tapas. We have to live, however many resources are there, we have to live in austerity. Then number 5 is there must be intellect, medha. Then there must be a stature for our conduct, which is pratishtha. There must be shraddha or dedication, number 7. And number 8 a commitment to truth, satyam, and of course, number 9, dharma. With these 9 qualities, what happens is, Veeravatim Prajam, we will be able to get all our progeny and the Prajas Veeravatim. That is why Bhattabhaskara Muni translates it as Vikranta Purusha. That means one who can actually take this huge stride like Trivikrama, from being Vamana to become Trivikrama. That is possible. To get a progeny of such quality, we are saying, if I have to get my children like that, I also have to be in such a person. Because Moola. Who is the Moola for my children? I am the Moola for my children. And there, I also have to be in that quality. So the source, Moola Nakshatra, that means the Adi Bhautika, that is the elemental star that you see in the sky, that's Moola Nakshatra. Adi Daivika manifestation of Moola Nakshatra is Prajapati or Hiranyagarbha, the universal Sukshma Prapancha mind. To that universal mind, Videya, hey Prajapati, may we get this. And the Nirarati, the Rakshasa Devata, who represents Alakshmi, and this may go to away from me. And what should be with me? Suppose Nirarati says, okay, I will go and take away all my wealth also.
Yeah.
She could do it, right? She could do it. So that's also we have got to, that loose, we have to tie that loose end. So he says, Makyam Yajamanaya Gobihi Pashubihi Samaktam. So don't
We have to close all loopholes.
all the loopholes you have to close. So for me, not only for me, Yajamanaya, for the one who is conducting this yajna, for him with knowledge, Gobihi means not only Pashu Sampat, but it is also knowledge with Gobihi, and all projects Samaktam Bhuyat. So Moola Nakshatra, therefore, is also called Ahaha, means a day. What is a day? A day is a band of time when there is Surya. And when Surya is not there, where is that same brilliance? That same brilliance, oh Moola Nakshatra, please give it to me, and then give me because suppose you say that, okay, I will have all the wealth and pleasure and happiness and good health during the day, and it is not like that during the night. Another loophole, right? So that loophole is being closed by the Rishi by saying, this Moola Nakshatra, we will call it as Ahaha, so that whether it is in the day or in the night, it continues to shine and bless us. And how? Mahyam, not only me, Prajayai, for our children, Shivam Astu. See, you see, twice he uses the word Shiva. So one Shiva has to be taken as Shreyas, and another Shiva should be taken as Shubham. That is Shreyas and Shubham. Both of them may we get. That is the essence of the Moola Nakshatra mantra.